views. And finally, I did a video talking about my most liked comments. Yes, I know these are all very similar videos, okay, but they were spread out over a long time. But anyway, this was the thumbnail, and it's yellow. It's a nicer shade of yellow, but it's still very yellow. Jack, what are you doing with all the yellow? What's the yellow for, Jack? These days, I actually do have the 30th most liked comment on YouTube. So let's take a look at the new thumbnail. This time, I decided to keep the face, but I just made everything else much easier to see. And I've got the new profile picture. I've got an accurate number of likes, a modern blue. Maybe actually I'll whack up the contrast a bit. Yeah, there we go. This video did pretty good at the time, but currently is only getting 4,000 views a month. So let's get the thumbnail updated. That is now 6 classic videos with brand spanking new thumbnails. I'm very excited to see what happens, so we're going to give it a month, and hopefully in 28 days time, the rate at which these videos are getting views will have increased tremendously. Alright, who wants to find out if the rate at which these videos are getting views has increased tremendously? I know I do. I've gathered all of the data, and what if I told you that one of the videos has received a 900% increase in views? But I've also had a bunch of stinkers, so we'll go through the stinkers first. Starting with my most liked comment video. So this was the original thumbnail, and this is the new one. So this time a month ago, the video had 4.7 thousand views in the last 28 days. And 28 days later, with the new thumbnail, it's about the same, 4.5 thousand views. But you will see, take a look at the original stats, it says 46% less than the previous 28 days, whereas now the increase is only 5% less. So potentially you could argue that this 2-year-old video that is slowly getting less and less views each month, since updating the new thumbnail, we've slightly slowed down the rate at which this video is slowing down. So I'll take that as a win. Next, we did the video about the most liked comments on all of YouTube. So this is the original thumbnail, and this is my updated one. The updated one is definitely better in my opinion. This time a month ago, we were getting 5.7 thousand monthly views. And in the last 28 days, it's had even less, 4.4 thousand. But just like the previous one, we've slowed down the rate at which it's slowing down. It went from a pretty big 72% to just 23%. So we're still doing stuff. These are old videos. It's well over 2 years old, okay? I think that we had a very small impact. But so far, changing thumbnails has proved not to be worth it. So far. Now let's move on to a bigger video, something that's still getting hundreds of thousands of monthly views. It is, of course, our closed mouth experiment, the Mr. Beast space video. A month ago, this video received 241,000 views in the last 28 days, which was 56% less than the previous 28 days, which is 2 months ago now. And now with an open mouth, it's gone down again. All 3 of my new thumbnails have received less views than the previous month. But once again, we've gone from 58% less to just 14% less. So I think we're having an impact, but we're only having so much of an impact. Basically, it's the same as taking a bag of flour and pouring it upside down and all the flour falls everywhere. What I've done is I've taken a bag of flour, but I've put a sieve there and then I've tipped it all upside down. The flour's all still ended up at the bottom, but it took slightly longer to get there. Does that make any sense? I'm not sure. Now, interestingly, after I recorded the first bit of this video, I decided I'd close another Mr. Beast mouth. So I took my hiding in thumbnails video and changed the thumbnail to this. And this is where things turn around for me, because a month ago, this was the stats on this video. 68k, lots of down arrows.